Hey, let me tell you a little bit about the Battlewagon 3. It's a former Marine Corps M1165-A1. It's a REV B truck. It's a reliability enhanced vehicle is what REV means. B is the second iteration of that series. Additional things on it, different than when we got it. The MTR tires, I upgraded to those. We've got a W Special Forces type bumper. That one's made by Jacob Garlitz. The truck light headlights and the turn signal lights and the markers are all LEDs. Those have all been updated. It's the 6.5 turbo inside, and new mirrors on both sides. The little solar panel up here. These grab rails that I got from Todd and put on there, they look really good. Also from Todd, not just a turret. This is the Burtec version of the turret cover that I'm aware of only 2 of these in civilian hands. Very different than the regular turret covers that you see on Humvees, in that this one doesn't leak, which is amazing. We've got some very light, the thin kind of armor liner layer on here to give it kind of that armor look and cover up some holes from the old Marine Corps armor kit. On the X doors, standard X doors, okay, if you look at the inside, you can tell, but I added from Jeremy Johnson this thin look-alike of the supplemental armor, and it's there for looks, but also to give the doors a little bit more rigidity. They close better, they're quieter, they don't rattle, that kind of thing. Let's see, this is just a display piece that I set up there when I go to car shows and whatnot. All right, on the back, we've got the Rhino tire carrier that you can jack up and down, and ignore the little hitch. I'm going to take that off to put on my new truck. We've got the antenna here on the little antenna mount. It's not hooked to anything. It's decorative because I think it looks cool, right? In the bed, really not much happening back there. Because this is the 1165, it's got the aluminum top, and then you can see these little screws around the edge of this little filler. You can actually take that out and put a window in. We'll get in there in a little bit. This one, I literally use this just as a cup holder, like when I'm at a shooting range or a firearms industry event. This is the deep fording exhaust. You may have seen the deep fording intake on the other side. Fun fact, this literally came off of the Battlewagon 4 a couple years ago. The new truck that I'm getting is an 1123, and it had the deep fording exhaust. I mean, this one had the little straight exhaust pipe coming out. And I'm probably going to leave it like this, but I can switch it back to the short one. Haven't decided on that yet. Let's have a look inside here. Oh, the chicken shield is a replica with a plastic on back to replicate kind of the dual layer of some of the new ones. The cupola up here is aluminum. This was actually made, Todd made this for the show Navy SEALs. So this was on one of those, not a movie truck, a TV series truck. And it's a pretty good replica. So on the inside, these are pretty new seats. The driver's seat is almost completely new. I think I took the cover off of that after I got it. And we've got the LEDs up here in the dash. You can see that I've just got this little console sitting in there for now, and then a little VIC-1 2-person intercom system. There's your tack up there, and then you can see we got the hand crank. I prefer that on the turret. And then the nicest, but one of the nicer versions of the seat in there. We've got a really nice plywood insulating cover that keeps the noise down. But because I was going out and doing training missions with the Army, supporting some of their training here out of Fort Bragg in North Carolina, I put this rubber up here to protect that, to keep it from getting torn up. That's what it looks like on the inside. These seats are not brand new. This is a newer seat. That one has actually still got the plastic on it, but these are newish, not as new. That's the rear air conditioning unit with the vents that, and I actually, the controls are up here for it. I've never even attempted to use it. I think it still needs to be filled. You can see we got the newer vent panel up here, and that's for the aftermarket tire monitoring system I have in place here. Yeah, pretty cool. So that's what the Battlewagon 3 looks like. And, you know, I can strategically take things off to bring the price down if I need to. You go look at the website. I'll put a link in the description for the site that gives you details on this truck. And like, I think I'm going to take this bumper off and put it on my new truck. So that will bring the cost down a little bit. I may swap the LED headlights out, which again, it'll bring the cost down a little bit. Oh, and there's the fording intake that I was talking about earlier. Anyhow, let me know what questions you have. I'm going to update this as I make changes.